I gave Ms. Cox the benefit of the doubt and didn't send her to jail on May 11th, but instead, or I'm sorry, May 15th, but instead suspended that and gave her a jail review. And she didn't even go a week before she violated probation. In the event I find out, ma'am, that you have not registered, you will be brought back before the court prior to your next jail review date, and you will be in custody. In fact, I'm going to confirm that you've registered. So just one moment. So, Ms. Fitz.
Yeah.
Are you still sticking with your story that you registered and tested?
In this episode of F Around and Find Out, we have 2 cases of defendants who violated their bond and probation conditions, and the judge is not very happy about it. A very important lesson to learn about Judge DeSanto is just don't F around in her court, cause if you do, you're very likely to end up in jail. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
All right, we are going on the record in the matter of Amanda Cox, 23462.
Good morning, Your Honor. Just trying to make my client approach and stands to my right.
Thank you. And your name, please.
Amanda Cox.
All right, thank you. Today's the date scheduled for probation violation and jail review. And Ms. Cox is on probation for operating while intoxicated. She was sentenced on May 15th. On that date, the court indicated 18 months probation, 30 days jail, suspended with a jail review date. And it's alleged that Ms. Cox failed to test and failed to have the tether installed. And so, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. My client understands she could get a hearing in which she could contest these allegations. That won't be necessary. I would like an opportunity to allocate on her behalf after a factual basis has been set.
All right. Ma'am, please raise your right hand. I swear affirm and testimony about to give this man the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Sorry?
I do.
You do, okay. All right. And so, ma'am, you heard the plea that your attorney indicated on the record, correct?
Yes.
As to those allegations, ma'am, how do you plead?
Yes.
You understand that you have the right to have a contested hearing in this matter, and by entering into a plea, you'll not have that contested hearing.
Yes.
You understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea, correct?
Correct.
You understand that this court, based on the case and the circumstances, as well as the recommendation, could sentence you to jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And knowing all that, you still want to continue with your plea.
Yes.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea today?
No.
Right, counsel, if you can please run to your client.
Yes, were you ordered to test on May 16th, 2023?
Yes.
And you failed to do so, correct?
Correct.
And then furthermore, you failed to comply with an order to have an alcohol tether installed on May 16th. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Satisfied, Judge?
All right, the court is satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea. This will be technical violations 1 and 2. And counsel.
Your Honor, I did see that these are the first violations she did. I didn't see anything in the file indicated that she did poorly on bond. Judge, when I inquired as to what the issue is regarding testing, she said that it is strictly a financial one and she simply cannot afford the tether. Judge, we're at the beginning of this probationary period, and she indicates that she has made some steps that she would be able to pay for testing. Now, being able to pay for testing will at least give an indication to the court that she is complying with terms and conditions. I'd ask that jail time be suspended at this time to give her an opportunity to test and demonstrate to the court that she is not having any sort of substance abuse issues. And furthermore, there are terms and conditions of this probation that I believe will be advantageous to my client. I think that we're at a neophyte stage, and I'd ask that we not implement such a harsh admonishment on the first and second violation make my client aware of what the testing provisions are. I'm asking for testing the alternatives to tether. But obviously, if she finds herself missing tests or testing positive for anything, at that point, I believe the admonishment would more likely be significantly harsher. So I would ask that my client stay for jail time at this proceeding. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. So here's what the court's going to indicate. Ms. Cox has a conviction for operating while impaired out of the 25th District Court, June of 22. This matter was March 6th, this offense date was March 6th of 2023, with a high blood alcohol, high BAC, and operating while intoxicated second offense. Given that this was two of the same type of offenses within, and the fact that Ms. Cox was a .21 on this, in this matter, the court at sentencing ordered the following: 30 days jail, under the jail with a jail review of June 26th. 30 days on the alcohol tether. Intensive outpatient substance use. Our weekend program, and victim impact scan, outstanding once per month community service, and some of the standard, probably the standard conditions, as well as no alcohol or drugs unless prescribed, subjected to random testing. I gave Ms. Cox the benefit of the doubt and didn't send her to jail on May 11th, but instead, or I'm sorry, May 15th, but instead suspended that and gave her a jail review. And she didn't even go a week before she violated probation. Ma'am, you're working, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you're still working at the pizza place?
Yes.
Okay. And at any point, on May 15th, did you address with the court or probation regarding the concern with the alcohol tether in the financial state, the financial?
Yes.
Okay. And did you say that to the court?
I told my probation officer.
Okay. And the cost of the tether was how much?
It was 300 and 100 every week for me.
I thought it was 184. And then weekly.
That's what she told me.
Okay. And so did you ask about any sort of payment arrangements?
Yeah, they said they don't do that.
Okay. And so did you talk to anybody about having some assistance with paying for that?
Just my probation officer, and she said you guys have to let us know.
Yeah. Do you have anybody in your personal life that you can talk to regarding that?
No.
And why didn't you appear for your testing?
I actually was out of town.
Where were you?
Muskegon up north. And I also told my probation officer that day when I was going here after court.
That you were going to be out of town?
Yes.
And what were you doing up in Muskegon?
For a funeral.
I'm sorry?
A funeral.
And so did you contact your probation officer upon return
Yes.
to test?
No, I only had a test that one day and I wasn't here.
I understand that, but when did you contact your probation officer?
On the 19th when I got back.
Okay, and did you tell her that you had missed a test? Is that no?
Yeah, no, sorry.
Why not?
Honestly, I didn't know I had it somewhere. I thought she just figured I did because she already said, an email to me saying I violated. So,
And so what's your color?
not really sure. They text my phone and let me know about the chopper.
Okay, because you're testing it through jams.
Yeah,
Is that yes?
yes,
And so they texted you while you were in Muskegon,
yes.
and what did you think you should do since you weren't around to take a test?
I should have dropped when I got back. Correct.
And so if you were to test today, what would be detected in your system?
Nothing at all.
And so how many hours a week are you working at the pizza place?
It varies 30 to 40 hours a week.
And are you doing anything to supplement your income?
I just have one job at the moment.
Okay, well, ma'am, you need to figure something out because the court set some of these conditions to assist you in your sobriety because you seem to have difficulty with that. You have 2 alcohol-related offenses within 9 months. This time, in the second offense, I don't know what your alcohol level was the first offense, but your second offense, you know at what your level is when you're there. And this one, you just blew way past it. You're almost 3 times the legal limit on this one. And I have to be honest with you, ma'am, it seems as though it doesn't really matter to you.
It does. I can go drop today.
The court had already made accommodations as well so that you could test closer to your home and not have to make the travels down to the testing facility that the court generally orders people to test at. So how do you propose obtaining the alcohol tether, ma'am? How much money do you have saved up?
I really only have like $100 right now. So I would have to wait maybe like 2 more weeks.
Okay, do you understand the purpose of all that, ma'am?
Yes.
The purpose is so a court can ensure that you're not consuming alcohol. And waiting another 2 weeks isn't really doing much to confirm that. And what's your work schedule?
Usually work Thursday through Sunday.
So you have 3 other days a week that you can work another job,
Correct.
but yet you're not.
I'm looking for a second job.
All right. Well, here's what the court's going to do. The court's going to indicate that you're to continue to complete all terms of probation, pay a $50 probation violation fee. The court's going to indicate 10 days jail. The court's going to continue your 30 days as suspended with a jail review on June 26th. All right, and so ma'am, you'll have to make a phone call to make arrangements for work for the weekend.
Your Honor, would it be possible for my client to have a report day?
What are you proposing, counsel?
By Friday, Judge?
You can report Friday, June 2nd. In the meantime, ma'am, you need to comply with all the terms and conditions of probation. So, and you're also going to be testing today.
Okay.
And when's the last time you consumed any alcohol?
March.
All right, stop at probation, and they will get you started with your testing today and all the information you need for reporting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. This is the matter of Shelley Fitz, 23605.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Shipley, here to begin.
I'm sorry, just a moment, ma'am? Ms. Cox? Ms. Cox, you're not to be on your phone in court. I understand you're on your way out, but you don't answer a phone when you're in court.
Okay, sure. I apologize.
All right, have a seat over probation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, and so Councilman Son, Ms. Fitz.
Yes, good Good morning, Your Honor. Mr. Shenty, here we have my client who sits at the defendant's table.
And Ms. Fitz, your name, please.
Kelly Fitz.
Okay. And Ms. Fitz was placed on probation on May 18th. Or I'm sorry, not placed on probation. She had 60 days jail with a review date of July 24th. But then she failed to register for testing.
Yes, Your Honor, that is accurate, Judge. My client understands she could have a hearing in which she could contest that. She understands that she was supposed to have registered at a certain time. She has since then registered. So for the purpose of the hearing, my client will not need to have a hearing contesting that, but I would like to have an opportunity to advocate on her behalf.
Okay, so she's now registered?
Correct. She registered on May 16th, 2023. I believe she tested that day.
Although this says she failed to register on May 16th.
Right, potentially that was when it came through, but a gentleman that who escorted my client provided some documentation and showed that the test was scheduled. So it's my understanding that the error has been remedied.
Okay, can I sit down with the documentation comes in?
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes. Okay, this shows that Miss Fitz, okay, this I believe was filled out by Miss Shaw, indicating that she was to start testing May 16th.
I lost some paperwork and then she sent it to me.
Okay, so this doesn't tell me when you registered. When did you register?
Right there.
Are you currently, ma'am, I need you to be much louder because we're not picking up on the
Yes,
recording.
I am registered. I call every day.
You're registered. All right, and so here's what the court's going to do. Have you tested yet? I'm sorry.
Yes,
When did you test?
a couple weeks ago, in a month, I believe it was.
Yeah, I need you to be much louder and I know that you have a soft voice.
I'm not sure what day it was that I registered, but I did register and I tested that day.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn the jail review back out to July 24th. In the event I find out, ma'am, that you have not registered, you will be brought back before the court prior to your next jail review date and you will be in custody. In fact, I'm going to confirm that you've registered, so just one moment. Just have me confirm that she's registered, please.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna have you have a seat there for a few moments, ma'am, okay? Okay, we are going to recall the matter of Shelley Fitz.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mr. Shenty, here we have Ms. Fitz.
Okay. So, Ms. Fitz,
Yeah,
are you still sticking with your story that you registered and tested
yes, I did.
at DNA?
Yeah, I showed you the paper.
Ma'am, this doesn't tell me that you tested. This doesn't tell me that you registered.
Yeah, I did.
This just says you have to register by May 16th, or your testing start date be May 16th.
I registered, I went and tested here, cost me $20 to do it, I had to borrow the money to do it.
Okay, well, our probation department just called DNA and they've indicated that you're not registered and you haven't tested.
John,
Yeah, I was with
Hold on, sir, I don't have you identified for the record. So,
I guess I'm going to jail. I know damn well what I did.
ma'am, you're in court. You don't need to curse.
I'm sorry, I'm in severe pain, it's hard for me to walk around, I know what I did.
Ma'am, I understand what you're telling this court, but I also have to go with what information I don't have. I don't have any proof that you've registered or that you've tested.
John, did they give me paperwork?
Ma'am, can I, speak? I think that.
Sir, step forward, please.
Yeah.
Please state and spell your first and last names for the record, but I need you to do it into the microphone.
First name John, last name Quirk, Q-I-R-K.
Quirk.
Yes.
Okay. And how do you know Ms. Fitz?
Just friends with her and her boyfriend for years. And then he's recently deceased. I've been helping her more since he passed.
Okay. And so you are, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear from the testimony about to give this matter the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay. So did you take Ms. Fitz to test and register?
Yes, Woodhaven location.
When?
You know, I don't have the date in front of me. I probably have some other papers, other things we did the same day. You know, I realize now the paper we forgot. The paper we forgot, I could tell you her color. Her color is green. So she got the paper with the color green and the phone number. And that's the one paper we should have with us. We don't have it with us.
This one right here that says the green, the color, and the phone number?
There was a little card. There was a little card that says, call this number, your number is green, we call it every day. She tested that day. I don't have, you know, if I had some other papers, other things we did the same day, it'd probably help us remember that day. But we definitely did it.
Okay, well, DNA is saying you definitely did not. So where is that paperwork?
Would that be in your purse? With that little card with color green on it? Would that be in your purse? It's in the room? All right. We most definitely did it.
Okay, good. Bring it back tomorrow. We're going to adjourn this to tomorrow. Right? Yep.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Make sure you bring any paperwork that you have, ma'am.
Will you hand me my screen box?